I love counting down. It's fun.
You're good at it. And at least, I deleted what I had already started. I malfunctioned for a hot second there, so.
But like the panic that you had over, oh God, why am I recording?
I don't know why I did that, because I can just delete it. I don't know why. I don't know where the panic came from, but it was there. And, well, nothing new there. It's just a constant state of panic over here all the time. That's what I do best.
And on that note, welcome back to Oddities.
I'm Cassie.
And I'm Kellie.
And
welcome back to Strange Town.
There it is. I was going to say, do you want to finish it? Take it away, bitch. Go.
As always. all of our social media is down below. We just learned that somehow, some way, the thing that we use to post our podcasts has been automatically putting there. So now it's there double. So you can't be missing it.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
At all.
Now it'll go back to just being singular.
Just one. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram if you want to support the show. Our Patreon's down there too. If you want to support us, buy our merch.
That's
We've got cool shit coming.
We have the coolest shit coming, courtesy of a wonderful listener, Lindsay Bidwell. Thank you.
She's the best, and her work is phenomenal. She is amazing in every way, shape, or form. She gets us, you guys. She totally gets us. She read our minds somehow and did exactly what we wanted for something, and we were both blown away.
Before we even asked. I love it.
So if that's not a sign that this is totally meant to be and that you should buy our merch,
yes,
it is. Just do it.
Also, FYI, if you ever need design work, strongly consider her. She's brilliant.
Yes, and her
fast
handle is also down below.
It is.
So check it out. Follow her on Instagram. Support her.
Yeah. Okay, stay strange.
Okay, that's it. Bye.
Bye. I also just really quick want to say, over the last few weeks, and I don't think I've taken the time to say this, and I know I go on and on about how much I love the Odd Fam, but we have received a string of just very nice emails from different listeners. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy days and schedule and everything else to just do that. I can't tell you how happy it makes us. And every time we receive one and one of us lets the other person know, we have a tiny celebration amongst ourselves.
It's really exciting. Truly,
is.
My heart stops and drops if I see an Instagram message pop up and I'm like, ooh, what did they say?
I know.
Or the email beep goes off and it's like, ooh, what did they say? Or what are they suggesting? Or what is this? Or what is that? We do really, really appreciate all of you.
We
very
do.
much.
And I can assure you, we read and respond to every single one of them.
We really do. Which is funny because I would say 9 times out of 10, we're like, oh my gosh, you responded. And then we're like, you messaged us.
You messaged us. But of course we will
We're
respond.
equally excited here.
In most areas of my life, it's a case of the lights are on, but no one's home. But when it comes to Oddities, the lights are both on and someone's home.
Always home. And I think we have a good system because, again, you're East Coast, I'm West Coast. So we've kind of got a good handle.
Yeah, we tag
on
team.
The time zones.
We do. I take first half of the day, you take second half of the day.
And it works.
It works. It does. I love that for us.
Yeah. Look at us.
I just want to point out really quick, I'm back in my sexy villain librarian era. I have the glasses tilted again because they were hurting my ears with the headphones. And I've got my hood up, so now I really look spooky.
And of course you're doing this on Halloween weekend.
I know, today's our Halloween housewarming party. So excited.
I just want to point out, and I know that the Odd Fam knows this, if anyone is truly surprised that you're throwing a housewarming party on the Halloween weekend, they don't know you.
They don't know me. It's true. And it's not gonna be huge. Unfortunately, a lot of people couldn't come, but it's still gonna be a blast. I wish you could be here. I've got the Ouija board set up. We're gonna have Pong. I've got my tarot cards out. I have regular cards out. We've got a fire pit. We're ready. Pizza. And booze, of course.
Pizza and beer, we're good.
What else do we need, people? And costumes, so, yeah.
And music, we're good.
And music, that's right.
Ooh, and I got a sneak peek of the costume.
You did.
It's
You
a good
should.
one.
I'll put a picture
It's a
up.
good one.
Um, so what's new in your world, my friend, my dearest friend?
Not a lot. This week kind of just turned into a blur.
This was a fast fucking week.
It was a really fast week, and it was a week that I was like, I knew I had a lot going on, but then I didn't realize how much I had going on.
And then it happened.
and then
Yes.
and then it all happened, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh hey, I'm recording, but I don't know when I got here or how I got here or okay. But good news, I did do my topic.
Well,
I didn't
that's
have
good.
one of those moments like last week when I was like, oh crap, but then it was already written.
Well, that's great news. Thrilled to hear
So,
that.
yeah.
Excellent.
We were I'm dying to hear this story. Before we started recording, you were like, I should save this. So, we hopped on and Cassie commented on the fact that I was wearing a Disney jersey, and I'm obsessed with them because they're very comfy.
It looks comfy.
And I was
Hang
said,
on
well, yeah.
Hold on. Pause 1 second. What's up? Okay. Bye. Sorry. Carry on.
Special guest appearance by Corey. Yay!
Exactly. All right. I'm so sorry. Carry on.
Anyways, I said, yeah, the two things I collect from Disneyland, mugs and Disney jerseys, and I'm probably going to get one in December. And Cassie goes, I just collect character signatures, autographs.
I do. And then Kellie shared with me, she has a friend who went to like school, like Disney character school, if you want to call it that.
She was selected as a Disney princess, so she went to school. They send you to school in Canada.
It's like clown school, but like for Disney princesses.
For Disney princesses and characters, because like the way that she described it to us, like someday she'll just be a cast member, right?
Right.
But she's trained to cover, XYZ amount of characters or princesses depending on her height and like appearance.
Right.
So they had to go through like an entire semester of learning how to do the autographs, identical to what everyone else does the autographs, because Disney magic, So.
And I said, that's great if you ever want to commit a crime and leave a note behind, because it won't be your handwriting, and it'll be so close to so many other people's handwriting.
Exactly.
Because handwriting analysis is an extremely imperfect science. So here we are.
And then, speaking of Disney writings, apparently there was a lot of Disney clues in the latest Taylor Swift music video.
Wow, missed those. My bad.
And I went back and I went, oh yeah, that's how Disney does their Ds.
The D.
The D.
Right. So my story is it's still my story, is that ever since I was a kid, when I lived in California for a hot second, we used to go to Disneyland a lot, and then we would go to like Knott's Berry Farm a lot. And one time when I was at Knott's Berry Farm, somebody stole my autograph book. And I had tons of signatures in there, and it got stolen. And this was the same fucking day that Snoopy wouldn't sign my shit. And there was a power outage, so half the rides were just like down. And it was just this day, fucking, when I tell you it has scarred me, it has scarred me. So now I'm like a fucking psycho hoarder about getting these autographs when I go, and it's like, you better fucking believe I keep that book on my person at all times. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'm not leaving it anywhere, because you know why? People can't fucking be trusted. And then this is a deep dive into my psyche and why I have trust issues still to this day. So there's my story. It's like
this just made me more excited about going to Disneyland with you.
So you can witness it in person.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see it.
Oh yes, I would love that. And I just this is like up there in terms of things that have like left an impression on me. It's like about equal with like my Kelly Clarkson highlights, which I've spoken about on this podcast before. You are aware of the Kelly Clarkson highlights? And it's still, to this day, it's all just too troubling for me, and I think I just need therapy again, and here we are.
And on that note, how are you doing? That was your week.
On that note, I'm thriving. My week is going well. My toxicology class still sucks ass. But I've let some people know how I feel about the class, so that maybe something can be done. What else?
And it looks like some things are being done.
I kind of ripped our dog trainer a new asshole because he was like a dick, so he needed to hear that feedback. So I'm just like taking down people left and right this week.
I love this energy.
Thank you.
Together we can take over the world.
Next up, world domination. But yeah, it's been fun prepping for the party. So when we're done here today, I will I will edit and then
What was that?
I choked a little.
Bless you.
Okay. I choked a little. I have Jello shots solidifying in the fridge right now.
Fun fact: Cassie and her mom make the best Jello shots.
They're good fucking Jello shots.
I'm gonna say something I'm gonna really regret here.
Don't.
I hate Jello. In fact, Jello gives me the freaks.
It freaks me out too.
I don't like the way it jiggles.
My body don't jiggle. You know, I don't like it either, but I only like it in shot form.
You know what? I can do shot form.
Yeah, that's okay.
I can do the shot form. It's less jiggly. I don't know. But anyways, can't handle Jello. Kind of have a fear of it because of the way it looks at me, and I was tormented with that in college. So we're not going to go there. Wow, we're just going down a rabbit hole.
Wow, a lot is coming out this morning. Yeah. Wow.
So.
Right, should we? Yeah. We're 11 minutes in.
Let's just jump right in. What are you talking about today?
Wow, everybody. Hi. So today I am talking... First of all, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I think this is the Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Is it the Sunday after Thanksgiving? I think this is a few days after my anniversary. So, because last week you did this. Happy anniversary, honey. I love you.
Happy anniversary, years. Michael and Kellie. We love you. I love that so much.
Thanks, guys.
What am I talking about today? I'm talking about one of the most famous addresses in America, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, which is also perhaps the country's most famous haunted house. I am talking about the White House ghosts. Wa-na-na. Very spooky. Yes, it's only makes sense that our fine nation has a house heading it that is full of ghosts. That seems correct. That seems accurate. Yep. Yes. So, White House, like staff members, presidents, first ladies, all the people like have reported feeling, spookala bookala, ghostly presences, hearing unexplained noises, and actually running into like actual apparitions, even on their way out of the bathtub in one particularly famous case. Ooh. So, yeah. I have basically what this is going to be, kids, today is just a whole slew of examples and stories about this. So everybody buckle up. So 1862 to 63, Mary Todd Lincoln, Abe's wife.
Going way back.
We're going back. She's grieving over her son, Willie, his death in February. So that's very sad. And so she starts participating in spirit circles, aka seances, in the Red Room at the White House. By the by, does that not sound like a sex dungeon? Isn't that what it was called in, 50 Shades of Grey? Wasn't it the Red Room?
Yep.
I love that for Mary Todd Lincoln. All the power to her.
Yep.
All right, so we'll leave that.
There's a lot to say there. Continue.
Anyway, she does the seances in the Red Room, at the White House, and the presidential cottage at the Soldiers' Home. Spiritualism, of course, as we know, and I've talked about extensively, was, very popular during this time. And also around the height of the Civil War and into the 1900s even. And families start looking for comfort for the loss of loved ones, right? Then, going forward a few years, 1901 to 1904, Jeremiah Jerry Smith.
Wow.
What a name. He starts working for... Jeremiah Jerry Smith.
I just have a feeling that... his mother was in labor for a really long time with that name.
She's like, I'm going to fuck you over as much as you fucked me over, kid. So, starts working at the White House during, Ulysses S. Grant's, administration in the late 1860s. He was a footman, and he served as a footman. He was also a butler, cook, doorman, and official duster. This guy was a jack of all trades. Until his retirement, 35 years later. He was, a very, popular character around the house and, a storyteller, and reporters could always count on Smith on a slow news day, and he claimed to have seen the ghosts of Lincoln, Grant, McKinley, and several first ladies. In 1911, There was one little-known spirit that's still like an issue, or not an issue, but like hanging out, I guess. Today, it's an unidentified 15-year-old boy called The Thing.
The Thing?
The Thing. The Thing greatly frightened the Taft domestic staff in 1911. President Taft's military aide, Major Archibald Butt.
Stop.
It's true.
I wish the listeners could see your face right now.
Good old Archie Butt. I can't.
I love this too much.
Yes,
I'm just going to sidebar here really quick. When you said The Thing, all I could think of was the car, The Thing. Well, Cassie's still laughing about butts.
And the car. Oh, God. All right. We are mature. Okay. Archibald.
Did you sample those Jell-O shots?
God, I wish I did. Major Archibald Butt wrote to his sister Clara. I don't know if her last name was still Butt or not.
Well, Clara's a great name. We'll continue.
But he wrote, quote, quote, the ghost, it seems, is a young boy about 14 or 15 years old. They say that the first knowledge one has of the presence of the thing is a slight pressure on the shoulder, as if someone were leaning over your shoulder to see what you might be doing. End quote. President Taft ordered Butt to tell the White House staff that the first member to repeat stories about the thing would be fired. Taft was 0% having this. He was like, Butt, come here, Butt. Listen here, Butt. Nobody is to speak of the fucking thing. Oh, God, my face hurts.
And if I hear that you're talking about the thing, you're fired, Butt.
It's your ass, Butt.
You bet your ass you're fired.
Come here, ass. All right. Oh, additional lore and sightings. So Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln appears in the Lincoln bedroom and the yellow oval room. Let's see.
I find that very interesting considering, like, I don't know, when I think of, well, I kind of disprove this theory already, but when I think of people, like, haunting certain places, I assume that they died there. And
yeah,
Lincoln
right?
didn't die.
No, he died at the
White
theater.
House.
Like, I would have figured it was, like, you know, at the theater this would happen, but I guess not. He was like, look, this is a
Well, maybe at the theater.
I mean, maybe. Maybe he bounces around. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but he was like, look, this is a sick house. If I'm going to be doomed to hang out here on this godforsaken planet, I might as well hang out in this house.
And then, like, not only that, like, his term was cut short.
True.
Of course he's going to hang out.
True. So First Lady Grace Coolidge, Prime Minister Winston Churchill, and Queen Wilhelmina of, by the way, I love the name Wilhelmina, of the Netherlands, claim to have seen Lincoln. Then there's Willie Lincoln. Going back to Mary Todd and her seances, Willie Lincoln, who died in the White House, was seen in the White House by staff members of the Grant administration in the 1870s. So I think, like, Mary Todd was, like, dicking around with, like, some of the shady business, and now I think Willie's hanging out there.
Mom, you called?
You rang? Andrew Jackson is supposedly, you can be seen lying in his bed in the Queen's bedroom, aka the Rose Room, and he lets out a guttural laugh that has been heard in the White House since the 1860s. Mary Todd Lincoln claimed to have heard Jackson stomping and swearing. Same. If I'm gonna haunt anybody's ass, I'm gonna be stomping around all petty-like and dropping the F-bomb. That's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, big time. Mood. Thomas Jefferson likes to play his violin in the Oval Room, the yellow Oval Room. So, I mean, we love a good throwdown.
These names. I love the names of the room.
I know. Dolly Madison protects the Rose Garden. Love that for Dolly. John Tyler haunts the Blue Room, proposing to Julia Gardner, his second wife. That's kind of cute. I mean, I don't really know what the story is there, but, you know, whatever. William Henry Harrison haunts the attic. He was the first president to die in the White House. That's, like, very, no diss to William Henry Harrison, but, like, that's, like, very trite that you choose to haunt the attic. I mean, really? The only place more cliche than that would be, like, the basement. Which is probably, like, a secret bunker now or some shit.
I bet there isn't an actual basement. It's all just tunnels.
It's all tunnels, like lead line tunnels or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Abigail Adams. She can be seen hanging laundry in the East Room, and contemporary staff
Ooh.
can smell wet laundry and the scent of lavender. That's kind of comforting, though. An unnamed British soldier who perished during the War of 1812 roams the White House grounds holding a torch. Who gave that guy the audacity to do that? David Burns. He owned the land on which the White House now stands and can be seen or heard in the Yellow Oval Room. I don't know what people have heard him doing, but maybe he's just like talking away, or I don't know. Um, Anna Surratt bangs on the doors of the White House, pleading to see President Andrew Johnson. She was there to beg for a pardon for her mother, and she was also a supposed. Her mother was a supposed Lincoln assassination conspirator, Mary Surratt. So
So,
that's interesting. Um, so we'll go. I chose like a handful that we can go just slightly more into depth on. That I thought could be a little like fun ski little tidbit here. So Abigail Adams and David Burns. So Abigail Adams and her husband John, who was the second president of the U.S., moved to the White House from the former U.S. Capitol in Philadelphia. And at the time, Washington D.C. was like basically still just like a town. It was like built on swampy land on like the banks of the Potomac. It really wasn't like the big to do that it is now. Were you gonna say something?
I just where our nation's capital started and where it is now.
I know. I know.
Who would have
Um,
thought?
yeah, because the East Room of the new White House was the warmest and driest. She used to hang the wash in there, and her ghost, clad in a cap and lace shawl, has reportedly been seen heading towards the East Room, arms outstretched as if carrying laundry. Um, did you know that Lincoln, who is believed to have attended only two of the seances his wife held in the White House, actually supposedly foresaw his own death more than once, including in a dream he had shortly before he was killed? So that's spooky. That's just a fun little tidbit there for you.
That makes me wonder, was he really hesitant to go to the theater that night?
I for sure fucking would have been. I don't think I probably would have
Also, fun
gone.
fact, while we're just speaking about Lincoln for a moment, friends,
Friends.
every year my sisters like to remind me that Lincoln was assassinated on my birthday.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you're right. Oh, happy fucking birthday.
Oh, and the Titanic hit the damn freaking
You're
iceberg.
right.
Anyways, continue.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, that's enough. That's enough on that day. Nothing else will happen bad on that day. A lesser known early White House personality, like I've mentioned, is this David Burns, and he's been said to haunt the halls. He sold the government most of the land on which the city of Washington, including the presidential residence, was built. Lillian Rogers Parks, a seamstress who chronicled her 30-year career working at the White House in a 1961 memoir, told the story of a valet to President Franklin D. Roosevelt who reportedly heard a disembodied voice coming from a distance in the Yellow Oval Room saying, "I'm Mr. Burns." At least he announced himself.
Well, okay.
Now
That's
we
the
know.
polite thing to do.
During Harry S. Truman's administration, a guard heard a similar voice, thinking it was then the Secretary of State James Burns, spelled differently. But he went looking for him, only to learn that the secretary hadn't even been at the White House that day. So that's spooky. But could it not have just been like a staff member fucking around? I don't know. I'm just saying.
My money's on that.
I mean, I think genuinely it could be. All right. Good old Andy Jackson and Harry Truman. So, in 1824, Andrew Old Hickory Jackson. What the fuck with names? Honestly, I honestly fucking can't. Bring back Archibald
Again, I
Butts.
really just wish the listeners could see your face when you said that name.
I just fucking can't. So, Jackson. Jesus. Jackson was defeated by John Quincy Adams in one of the most, I guess, supposedly contentious presidential elections in history. I'm not into politics, so I'm neither here nor there about it. But elected president 4 years later, the surly Jackson continued to hold grudges against those who had supported his opponent. So in the early 1860s, First Lady Mary Todd Lincoln, who believed strongly in the occult, we love that for Mary Todd, reportedly, like I said, held seances to commune with the spirits of her dead sons, told friends that she heard Jackson stomping and swearing through the halls of the presidential residence. The Rose Room, his bedchamber while he was president, is believed by some to be one of the most haunted rooms in the entire house. I guess a lot of shit goes down in the Rose Room, so that's kind of wild. There's also Let's see. Jackson's ghostly presence also showed up in the White House correspondence of Harry Truman, our 33rd president. In June of 1945, 2 months into his first term, Truman wrote to his wife, Bess, of the spooky quality of the White House. And he says, quote, I sit here in this old house and work on foreign affairs, read reports, and work on speeches, all the while listening to the ghosts walk up and down the hallway and even right here in the study. The floors pop and the drapes move back and forth. I can just imagine old Andy Jackson and Teddy Roosevelt having an argument over Franklin Roosevelt. The fuck? So, I have one more. It's good old Abe. He is the most frequently reported sighting in the White House over the years. And also, I guess just feeling his presence, if you were, but whatever. As we know, his life was cut short via this assassination in 1865. Grace Coolidge, who was wife of President Calvin Coolidge, was the first person to say that she had actually seen his ghost. According to her, the lanky former president was standing looking out of a window in the Oval Office, across the Potomac to the former Civil War battlefields beyond. Then Lady Bird Johnson. I
always loved her name. I always loved her name.
I just don't even know anymore. But she was the wife of Lyndon Johnson. She reportedly... Oh, excuse me. She reportedly felt his presence one night while watching a television program about his death. I really don't know what to make of that. Methinks that was maybe Lady Bird's imagination, but, whatever. Most notably, sightings of Lincoln's ghost were frequently reported during the long administration of Franklin Roosevelt, who also presided over, the country over, it was a great time of upheaval, right? It was 1933 to 45. We had a lot going on. And First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt used the Lincoln bedroom as her study and said she would feel his presence while she worked there late at night. During her visit to the White House, Queen Wilhelmina of the Netherlands heard a knock on her bedroom door in the night, and when she answered it, she reportedly saw Lincoln's ghost wearing his top hat and then fainted away. That's it. She fainted. She was like, this is crazy, and she just was like, I give up for tonight.
Passed out.
Faints in Dutch. So, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, who visited the White House more than once during World War II, told a story of emerging naked from his evening bath, smoking his cigar, only to find Lincoln sitting by the fireplace in his room. So he was just there with his dick out, and there was Lincoln, presumably not with his dick out.
Never mind.
Okay.
I'm not going to say it.
All right. So, lastly, when Lillian Rogers Parks, the seamstress, once investigated the sound of someone pacing on an upper level of the White House, another staff member told her the room in question had been unoccupied, and that was just old Abe pacing the floor, quote. Psychics have speculated that Lincoln's spirit remains in the White House to be on hand in times of crisis, as well as to complete the difficult work that his untimely death left unfinished. And that are some of the major White House ghosts for you. So
seems like there's a theme there with Lincoln. I wonder if the Obamas ever saw him.
Oh, yeah.
Because Barack was sworn in with Lincoln's Bible.
Oh, I bet you any money they probably did.
So I'm just wondering if that was thanks for using my Bible, friend, or something. I don't know.
All right, first of all,
I
love that voice. I love that for Abe Lincoln. I wish that's what he sounded like. Thanks for using my Bible, friend. Why is he from Texas? He was from Illinois. I love that so much. But anyway, maybe they did. I don't know. But that's
curious.
The White House ghosties for you. Spooky stuff.
Great topic. Where'd you get this one from?
I was just sitting here and I was like, I know a place that's haunted as fuck, supposedly. It's the White House. And then I looked it up and I was like, holy shit, there's actually a whole lot of stories here. And the articles that I found, it was they went on and on and on. So I probably could have had a good 10 or 15 pages of notes and I just was like, okay, I'm cutting it here.
You took a chill pill?
Yeah, what if you guys want part 2, let me know. I can do more White House ghosties.
We can do more.
More spookalabooks.
Thank you.
Yes.
Excellent topic.
Thank you.
Nothing like the nation's #1 house being haunted as this nation founded on blah, 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 and ghosts.
And ghosts. And also ghosts. That's correct. Yeah, that's what I've got. What do you have today?
also in West Virginia, I have the Flatwoods Monster.
Spooky.
This wonderful little cryptid
Yeah?
literally it literally like I was kind of speechless when I saw this article. It let me get the word for you.
Okay.
It prompted a US Air Force UFO inquiry.
Yes! This is my shit! Okay.
So
I swear to God, though,
the
if
second
this,
I read that line, I was all over it.
if this fucking
So,
turns out to be the fucking Sandhill Crane, though, I'm gonna be both thrilled and also not happy at all. I'm just saying.
I need you to Google what this thing looks like.
Okay, yeah, so
Please.
it's the
Flatwoods Monster, because
Okay, flat wins.
I need you to have the image while I'm telling the story.
Oh, I have got the Flatwoods Monster.
Yes, the Flatwoods Monster.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Images. Oh, for the love of God. What the fuck is that? It looks like a light bulb. First of all, we've talked about this before. West Virginia, we are right in the heart of like Appalachia, however we say it. They've got some freaky fucking shit going on over there. We've got the Mothman, we've got this shit, we've got all kinds of weird shit hanging out in the woods. I don't know.
Yep.
Not deer. Okay. Carry on with this
Not deer.
This light bulb.
All right. So, let's just start with a little spoopy story. It was
Yes.
almost fully dark on the evening of September 12th in 1952. Edward May, Freddie May, Neil Nunley, and Tommy Heyer, all young residents of the town of Flatwoods, were playing on the lawn of the Flatwoods Elementary School. Suddenly, a bright light streaked across the sky overhead and appeared to crash into a hillside.
Oh.
On G. Bailey's Fisher's farm.
Okay, again with the fucking names. These are so stupid.
The boys ran to see what they saw in the sky. The Mays' home was on their way, and they stopped to tell their mother, Kathleen May, that had seen what they had seen. Kathleen called the National Guardsman Eugene Lemon and the family dog Richie
Oh my God.
to accompany her on the boys to the crash site. Upon reaching the site of the crash, the group saw a pulsing red light. Lemon shined his flashlight up on the hill, and the group witnessed a terrifying sight. A 10-foot tall creature with a head shaped like a spade and what appeared to be a dark metal dress.
Oh, fabulous. Oh,
Yes.
stunning. Right? Isn't that the... It's a Negroni. Spagliato. With Prosecco.
With a splash of Prosecco. Stunning.
Ooh, stunning. All right.
I love you.
I love you back.
The creature's hands were twisted and clawed, and
Same.
what seemed to be eyes glowing in an eerie orange color. It appeared to levitate off the ground. A strange, sickening mist hung in the air. The creature hissed and glided quickly towards the witnesses. The group then turned and fled in terror.
Okay, first of all, I love that the reaction was this thing to like hiss at them. That's so bitchy. I love that.
Right?
What a vibe.
Same.
What a fucking vibe. Yes, same. Hiss.
Some of the members of the group suffered from throat irritation, vomiting, and nausea, which persisted for days. These symptoms were passed off as side effects of hysteria.
Oh.
But it's worth nothing that there's also telltale signs of exposure to mustard gas.
Oh, not stunning.
Not stunning. May and Lemon reported the incident to the local authorities, who searched the area that night and claimed to find nothing.
Of course they fucking did it. It's a cover-up. It's a fucking cover-up, everybody.
Another sighting of the creature, similar in description to the Flatwoods Monster, was reported by Mrs. Audra Harper. Not long before the infamous sighting on the Fisher's farm, Harper claims to have seen the monster while walking through the woods near her home near the town of Heaters. Heaters is about 5 miles north of the Flatwoods.
Okay.
Harper and her friends were walking to a nearby store on the road leading out of their property. There was an implaceable and rutted, so they were taking a shortcut.
Oh,
So,
okay. They were
whatever.
like, yeah, we're going to go through somebody's lawn or something.
No, they literally went through the forest. Don't do that in the middle of the night, people. That's
Okay.
stupid. Anyways,
These people are, I mean, they are asking
They're
for some
asking
kind of
for it.
alien shit to happen. Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. The road leading out of their property, blah, blah, I already said that. The forest, instead of walking the road, which would have increased their trip significantly, about a half mile into their trip, they noticed a ball of fire on one of the hills that they were passing. Harper dismissed it, assuming that their neighbors were fox chasing.
Oh?
Which I guess meant people would light like fox dens on fires and hope that they come out and then they chase it. I'm assuming that that's what it means.
Horrendous. I hate that.
Yes, I didn't like that at all.
No.
When she glanced back, she saw something unbelievable. The fire had vanished, and in its place stood a tall, dark silhouette of a man-shaped figure. Terrified, Harper and her friends ran, escaping among the rocks and boulders strewn around the hillside.
Oh.
The day after September 12th incident in the Flatwoods, another strange sighting occurred near Strange Creek.
Strange Creek?
Strange Creek.
Oh my god, we need to move there.
I know. I thought that was...
I love that.
Strange Creek is about 20 miles south of the Flatwoods. Reportedly, George and Edith Stanowski,
good old Edith,
and their 18-month-old son were driving through the rural area between Clay and Braxton County on Route 4 when their car suddenly died.
Oops.
The Mr. Stanowski attempted to restart the car with no avail. It was nighttime and the road was deserted. While they were trying to figure out what to do, a foul and sulfurous smell filled the air.
Same.
Their baby began to cry. A strange bright light filled the darkness, and a couple witnessed a 10-foot-tall creature hovering in front of their car. The description is similar to that of the original sighting, except the monster was not wearing what presumed to be a spade-shaped hood. Instead, its head was reported reptilian and bony.
Oh my god, lizard people. Floating lizard people.
The creature dragged its lizard-like hand across the hood of the car before drifting away into the woods. As soon as the monster was out of sight, the car restarted and the couple sped away.
Right, first of all, this bitch knows how to make a dramatic entrance, and I am here for it. Like, the scratching across the hood, and then they were like, bye, bitch.
Bye.
And that was it.
Stunning.
Stunning.
They're stunning.
Yeah.
Stanowski would later give his account for Mail magazine in the 1955 issue. Stories have become like eerie eerie folktale.
Okay.
Since the original incidents in 1952, its impact on the rural community has been huge. Sometimes if you stand outside at night, you can almost feel it, like the monster left a gift from the stars for us.
Oh. That's like kind of romantic.
Right?
Yeah.
And they just they say that they feel the gift, but they haven't found the gift yet.
What is the gift? We just don't know.
We don't know. Yeah.
It's a Negroni.
Although the monster has not been seen since the original incidents of 1952, it's left a huge impact on this community. It's the mascot.
It's up there with the Mothman. I love this for West Virginia.
An article by Marilyn Hosey. Hosey is a paranormal enthusiast and a huge fan of the Flatwoods Monster. Marilyn is employed by the Flatwoods Monster Museum. I want to go.
Shut up, really? Yes. Oh my god, well we should hit up the Mothman Festival and then hit up the museum.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love this.
And she's also the author of a fantasy novel for young teens entitled The Swift Ones. The Swift Ones also sounds like something Taylor Swift would write. Anyways.
Yes.
The location where the sighting took place in 1952 is on a private property. We do not advocate the trespassing. So, that is from the people of this area. Please do not trespass onto the property. It's private. It's somebody owns the property. Don't do it. Don't be stupid, people.
Oh my god, knock on the door first and ask permission.
Yes. Again, this is like the Flatwoods Monster is a very like popular thing, and it's the volunteer firefighters mascot.
Is it really?
It's known for everything. You can have your own piece of the Flatwoods. There's a man by the name of John Gibson who makes little ceramic statues of the Flatwood Monster for you.
Oh my god.
Again, I wish I could show, like, I don't know if you can even see this. He's riding a fire truck.
Oh my god, I love that. I want one.
And if you want Flatwoods merch, you can visit the Cryptid Mart, where they have all of the Flatwoods needs that you might need to fulfill, friends.
I didn't know that I needed any of this to complete my life, but now I know that I didn't. This is what's been missing all this time.
Yep. So, there you have it.
That's
the Flatwoods
amazing.
Monster.
How did you find this shit?
I think this is so, like, anticlimactic. I'm pretty sure I just Googled West Virginia spooky shit or something like that. Like, when I was like making my list, I felt like there's certain states that just have more of a history.
You're exactly
or like
right.
a haunted past. Mm-hmm. So, same thing, West Virginia. I'm like, there's got to be some crazy stuff. I knew that there was already crazy stuff there. So,
and lo and behold.
And lo and behold, the Flatwoods Monster cryptid had not been covered yet. So I'm like, listed.
Excellent find. I'm sorry, I had cut you off. What were you going to say? You said, and?
Oh, I don't know now. Oh, that's the Flatwoods
sorry.
Monster, maybe?
Oh, okay. Okay. My bad.
Sorry, listeners.
That's my
brain
bad.
Doesn't work.
I adored that. I adore this episode. Between Archibald Butt and this monster and that stunning getup and the dramatic entrances and exits, this full on sounds like some alien shit to me.
Yeah.
And like on the scale of things that are paranormal, supernatural, out of this world, etc., 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 we all know how passionately I feel about fucking aliens. I not about fucking aliens, but about aliens, I should say. I love
Careful
aliens.
with your wording.
Yeah, word choice.
When you need to come visit so we can go get some alien jerky.
Alien jerky.
Yes. So my oldest sister lives in Las Vegas, and it's a 5-hour drive from where we are. And, there's always fun stuff on the side of the road. And there's like this whole like alien thing on the side of the road because aliens in Vegas go hand in hand. Area 51 and all that fun stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, we'll have to stop and get some alien jerky to fulfill your alien needs.
Not to mention I love a good road trip, so, I mean...
Let's do it.
What a fucking episode this was.
This was just wow.
I don't even know how to wrap this shit up. So I'm not even going to try to. I'm just going to say, until next time,
stay strange.